Hi, I'm Kwai Chi, and this is Dan Glatman from 9010 Clothing.
How you doing?
Dan, tell us a bit about yourself. You've got a fantastic history.
Well, this is very much a career change for me, Kwai, because I actually used to be in the music business. I was a pop manager for many years.
Okay, who were you manager for?
I used to manage Blue.
Blue?
Yeah, the band.
For people who don't know who Blue are, they were one of the biggest bands in Britain. So in case you haven't heard of them because you're too young or because you're in a country that didn't have Blue, they were that.
But then again, I told one of my daughter's friends when she started school, I was like, we kind of got onto the subject, and I said, and he looked at me like, so you're, I don't know if I now know that piece of information, I can never talk to you again. so I got a bit of that too. Yeah.
Oh, like it's not cool?
No, he was like, oh, well, no, if you inflicted blue, his exact words were, if you inflicted blue on the world, right, I don't know if I can talk to you. so yeah.
How old was this kid?
No, his kid was the same age as my kid, but he was like a bit older than me, so I was like...
Oh, I see.
So
right,
he was a music purist,
okay.
He was a music purist, he was like guitar boy.
Well, you get a lot of these music purists, right?
Yeah. So, he was a musical purist, a musical enthusiast, shall we say.
Alright, so how did you get into clothing? Because we got a lot of clothes here, you've got a massive range of stuff.
It's quite to kind of cut a long story short, I was contemplating kind of getting out of the music business. I thought that my time was up, so to speak, and I was having a rather inebriated conversation with my next door neighbour in a local pub in 2013, and one thing led to another, and we got onto the subject of being a grown-up, and I was kind of protesting about the fact that I didn't consider myself to be 100% grown-up, and came out with this line, I'll go to 90%, but I won't go any higher. And he was like, what do you mean? And kind of I said, I'm 90% grown up, 10% not.
So that's where this is
the whole kind of, clothing brand and the whole brand message and the whole everything kind of stemmed out of that one conversation. Now, it's all well and good kind of having, an original brand concept or whatever, but it does need to be, paired with some stylish clothing, good clothing, well-made clothing, delivered to the consumer at the right price.
Dan, give us a 12 with, you're wearing your own product.
Yeah, this is the embroidered signature hoodie. It's 100% pure organic cotton. I've given one to Kwai here. He's got one.
My freebie.
That was his incentive for coming round.
So I can hold hands as well in the pocket, which is really handy. So it is quite cold outside, but actually this does keep me quite warm. What's the material? Because it's super soft.
It's super soft, but yeah, it's 100% pure organic cotton.
Okay.
It's like
ethical.
100% ethical.
Okay.
The sustainability message is really important. We've all got to kind of do our bit for the environment. So we've been quite keen that we've got all that side. We've got the right certification and all that sort of thing.
I've been spending all day. Well, I've been wearing this all day. I've been stroking my arm.
It does happen, yeah. But what's interesting, if you run it through the wash a few times, it actually still, this one's it's still as soft as as it was when you first kind of cracked yours open.
Well, why have you got some headphones there?
Because I was going to, we've got the headphone hoodie.
Okay.
This is another headphone range, another hoodie range rather. Yours is azure blue. This is navy blue. We've got one here in heather grey, and we've got this design feature here, which is the headphone loop, which is designed to keep your headphones stable. So there you go. So what would happen is you'd have your iPhone or whatever your device was in here,
okay,
in your pocket, and you would stick that in there. But then this is up here. So it's designed to keep your
headphones snag proof.
Yeah, and it's designed to basically keep your headphones neat and tidy and
so early morning run.
Yeah.
Headphones stay in place.
Yeah.
You don't get the yank.
Yeah, that's right.
It's really heavy.
Yeah, this one's 85% pure organic cotton and 50% polyester, so it's a bit of a heavier garment. This one.
Yeah. Oh, and these have got pockets.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So they're not the kangaroo cuff thing. It's normal pockets on this one. Side pockets they call it.
Nice. Cool. And
Comes in, that one even comes in bright yellow. I don't actually have a bright yellow one here, but that one. So
you've got a small emblem here as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Whereas this one, you've got a much bigger one.
what was quite interesting is logo size is very much down to kind of personal taste and preference. My personal, I quite like my logo to be quite small. But we blew the logo up large on the garment to see what it would look like, and I took them down to. We did a photo shoot, and I just wanted to go and gauge reaction. I got such surprisingly really good reactions from the bigger logos, so I thought, you know what, let's actually make them available to people so they've now got a choice. You can either have your small logo or you can have your large logo. It's entirely down to
you know, I'm not usually a big logo kind of guy, but I do actually quite like this.
Yeah,
maybe it's a colour. I quite like this khaki colour.
Yeah, it kind of works. We've got it where is it? Oh, we've got it on the navy blue. That one. That's a big logo.
I like this. What's this?
This is okay. So this is a zip hoodie. It's getting great feedback on this colour. It's called Stargazer. Zip hoodie. This has got a design feature, which is the distressed stitching here across the top of the cuff. And what that is, it's very, very deliberate. It's meant to kind of take you back to your student days where you got that, you know, that horrible hoodie, that disgusting way you used to live your student days in. And this is kind of meant to just be a reminder of that student hoodie where you festered in at university.
Gotcha.
So that's meant to kind of take you back to those days. That's very much a design bit. The garment is not
so your personal heritage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a bit of that was very much like, let's put a bit of that in there. So the garment is not faulty. It's very, very deliberate, but it's distressed stitching as a feature.
You call that style, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I do like the heavy weight of the real metal zip. That's quite nice. Got a satisfying kind of noise to it.
Yeah, very, very. Yeah, it's a very.
It's nice and heavy again, isn't it?
It's one of those kind of chuck it on and off you go type. You know, taking the dog for a walk or taking your kids to school or whatever it is, you're going for a run.
Well, what else have we got here? We've got t-shirts.
Yeah, t-shirts are. These come in long, and this is a long sleeve one. We've got short sleeves. Various different colours. Again, 100% pure organic cotton. How does that feel for you?
It feels fantastic.
Okay.
Feels absolutely fantastic.
It's a really, the garment sells itself. I sound like someone on QVC, don't I? We're getting great feedback on it. Just feel really nice. It's a medium fit, so it's not too fitted.
It's what my wife would call goodgily. Yeah. It's super, like you could just touch this all day.
Yeah, I'm quite keen for people to, enjoy wearing garments. Comfort's important, but it's got to look good, got to feel good. Is
this online only, or is
at the moment it's just online, but we have aspirations for all sorts of retail kind of activity.
I think once people actually get to touch this, they'll love it. It's fantastic.
I'm getting great feedback on these.
Phenomenal.
Getting really good feedback on the t-shirts.
And we got these as well.
Yeah, these are the Peak Polo shirts. They come in a few different colours too. I actually found, once I'd washed mine a few times, the more I washed it, the more I fell in love with it. It becomes quite a rugged kind of proposition.
It feels more rugged than these other really soft kind of materials. It's a bit more coarse in the kind of material.
That's what this is quite thick, this plaquette here. But what I really liked about it, why we made this available, was once I'd kind of washed it a few times, I actually really felt quite rugged. Felt like a really nice garment. Quite fitted, this one, so it's more of a fitted garment than a loose fit, so it kind of moulds to the body. Cool. Which is quite important.
Well, you got a fantastic range of colours here. We're missing white, and we've got a black there.
This is the sweat.
And we're missing a yellow. Oh wow! Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. So that's just a raglan sweat, as they say. Nice t-shirts. Got the whole. This is really nice. I really like this colour. This is anthracite.
I like anthracite. It's the colour of my car seats.
That's the colour of my car seats. You know all about anthracite. So this was all like really nicely. Here we go. It was all nicely folded before, but our display.
Sorry, I've destroyed your display.
It looks like the end of the day at Gap, doesn't it? That's the one bad thing about being in the clothing business, right? Is that you spend the whole time folding clothes. It's like,
you know what? I can't really fold my clothes.
No, but nor do I. I've had to kind of learn really quickly how to fold.
That's my 10%. That's my 10. Yeah. I just fold it in half.
I bet Mrs. Cheese got something to say about that.
And then I just fold it around like that, and then I stick it in my little green tub.
That's your 10, is it?
That is my 10.
You're definitely not your 90.
No. Well, I guess in the past I would have just chucked it on the floor, so maybe it's part of my 90.
Yeah, gotta be. No, I mean, it's really it's great that you kind of get what this brand's all about and kind of understand the message, if you like. One of the reasons why this brand kind of it's alright, we're all well and good to kind of have a inebriated conversation in the pub, but actually once I started to develop the idea and do some market research and everything else, and being a guy in my 30s now, I just started looking around at what was being offered to me, and actually, if let's face it, right, if it's not like there aren't any options available to me, because if there were nothing available to me, we'd all be walking around starkers, right? So yes, of course there are clothes available to me, but if you actually look at it, if you kind of break it down for 1 moment, my options are either brands that kind of tell me that I'm wealthy. There's kind of all those Paul Smith, quite your expensive kind of brands, Paul Smith, Hilfiger, Ralph Lauren, those sorts of brands. Then you've got brands that tell me that I'm quite sporty, North Face, Jack Wolfskin, Helly Hansen, Gore-Tex, the brands that kind of sit there. And then you've got brands that I would describe more as, sort of functional. There's no messaging, it's all about the clothing. So Gap, Uniqlo, there's those sorts of brands. What 9010 is all about is brands, we kind of created 9010 to tell it by wearing the brand. What a guy is actually saying is, do you know what? I may not be the youngest guy in the room. There are younger guys out there. I'm still fun. There's that part of me, that 10%, that I spend most of the time being, we've got to be serious now. But there's that part of me that doesn't have to be serious all the time. There's that part of me that still knows how to have fun. That's very much what that's all very much encapsulated within the 9010 message. It's all about.
I tell you what, every day in the office I normally wear a suit. I wear tailored Savile Row bespoke suits, and today I came in jeans and my hoodie. Yeah. And my colleagues were like, "Wow, you look 10 years younger."
There you go.
So, my colleague, he sits next to me, actually said, "Hey, aren't you that guy from uni?"
Very flattering, right?
Yeah, it felt quite good. I felt quite young again, which was cool. We're still young.
Yeah, we're still young. We are.
I'm still young.
But it's like, but then again, as a guy in your sort of early 30s now, do you think that, do you feel that maybe there are some brands out there that you're maybe getting a little bit towards the end of your capabilities of being able to carry on?
Yeah, I don't think I'll be wearing Hollister for very much longer, especially when my 16-year-old knee shop's in there.
That's my point, isn't it? It's like, so as a guy, in sort of late 20s, early 30s, right? For me to be trying to dress the same as a guy in his teens, when you kind of put it like that, doesn't really, seems a bit peculiar, right? It seems a bit weird. So what I guess 9010 is about it's a brand. When you're no longer in that space, kind of come in the space. I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to say with this.
It's certainly a lot cooler than wearing chinos and a shirt, right?
Yeah, it's got to be that midpoint. Do you know what I mean? Where you're getting a little bit. You can't really carry off Hollister anymore, because let's face it, I've got a 14-year-old little cousin that wears Hollister, right? But I'm not there with Gant, M&S. I'm not kind of chino wearing. So I'm not wearing tight jeans and a V-neck t-shirt,
or losing it all together and just wearing Nike,
just giving up.
Just giving up. Or buying Asda George clothes.
Yeah. Listen, there's lots of successful brands out there. Everybody, anyone that is, good luck to anyone that's kind of running a successful business, and because it's like. But where I see 9010 fitting in is very much in that space where it's like, like I said to you, there are certain brands now that you probably got to concede that you're getting a little bit too old for, but you're nowhere near ready for the sort of other brands that, you know, like M&S or Gang. You're kind of not in that. There's, you know, there's a huge, you know, void in between there, and this is very much designed to kind of fit into that space.
But it's not just for guys like us, right? It's also for you don't have to be married.
Not at all. No, of course not. No. This is not like the guy who's just left university. He's got his first job. You know, he's now has some responsibilities, right? So he's got a responsibility to his employers. He's got responsibilities. He's got a landlord that needs paying. He's got responsibilities to himself. He's now kind of getting his act together, right? You know, he's now a grown up. But he's a 90. Yeah, I want him to look at and go, do you know what? Yeah, I am. Maybe now I'm a grown up, but I'm only 90% grown up. I'm 90% grown up, 10% not. Yeah, I look at myself as a guy in my 30s. You know, all right, I'm a grown up, right? But I'm 90% grown up. I'm not. Yeah, I'm 10% not. I'm not 100%. When it's 100% grown up, I look at my parents.
I hear.
It's all about, you know, it's that 10% is so important to, you know, to us all. It's about, yeah, and it's open to interpretation. You know, it's people will look at it and go, and you know, two different people will read two different things into the message, and that's all part of what it's all about. It's all part of the fun of it, I guess.
And where can people buy this?
At 9010man.com. That's www.9010man.com.
And you got a discount for my readers, right?
Oh, of course.
And my viewers.
Kwai has negotiated 20% off. Do you want to tell them the coupon code?
Kwai Chi was here.
Kwai Chi
was here. So I'll put a link in the description, or if you're reading this on my blog, it'll just be there, and just click through and you'll see the discount. Just put it in the coupon box on checkout. Well, Dan.
Thanks very much in advance if you do decide to come, I guess.
Dan, thank you very much for
thanks for coming over. Really.
You have a lovely house.
Thank you very much.
Lovely clothes. And honestly, I could stroke myself
keep stroking
all night. I'm Kwai Chi. Until next time, take care. Hi, thanks for watching. I'm Kwai Chi. This is D or Chi. If you'd like to watch more of our videos, then please subscribe by clicking down here. If you want to see more of things to do in London, then click over here. If you'd like to see general reviews, click down there. And if you'd like to see more of D or Chi and baby reviews, then click up here. Until next time, I'm Kwai Chi and this is D or Chi. Thanks for watching.